has a teenager who escaped a kidnapper unmasked a madman.
At that point in time, we are solely working on a kidnapping case, and that's it.
The shaken teen is shown a photo lineup and points the finger at the guy who tried to abduct her.
She looked through the pictures. She said, that's the guy that not only picked me up, but also pointed a gun at me.
The guy is 46-year-old factory worker Jeffrey Willis.
He was a lifelong resident here in Muskegon. He was relatively normal. There wasn't anything that threw up any red flags.
But a look inside Willis's minivan furiously waves a lot of red flags, stockpiled instruments of torture, and a hidden .22 pistol, the same caliber used to callously murder 36-year-old Rebekah Bletsch, a wife and loving mother.
People started asking the question, is it possible that Mr. Willis is the person that killed Rebekah Bletsch?
Cops put 2 and 2 together. They do a ballistic test on the pistol. It's an exact match to the slugs pulled from Rebekah's head. But Willis's pistol and van are only the beginning. In a shed behind his house, police find an old computer with a hidden external hard drive. On it, pure terror. Pictures and videos that are graphic and chilling. What did you find on the computers?
Well, we were able to find the other life that Jeffrey Willis lived, and part of that was his obsession and desire for really deep, dark porn. This is stuff that you have to go into the dark web to find.
Thousands of despicable images of child pornography and stomach-turning videos showing the rape, torture, and murder of women. Are we talking about what sometimes people call like snuff films? I mean, are women actually being killed in these videos?
It appeared that a lot of them were staged, but there also appeared to be some that were real.
Then there are the videos Willis made himself, training a secret lens on innocent children.
In his own house, he set up a mini video camera underneath the sink in his bathroom so that he could record his niece using the bathroom.
How old was his niece?
13.
He is the quintessential creepy guy in the neighborhood.
He is absolutely the creepy guy. He's a very scary individual. He's a very dangerous individual.
This would all be bad enough, but a closer look at the hard drive reveals something else.
He had created a VIX file.
VIX stands for victims. One, labeled JLH, is filled with downloaded pictures of Jessica Lynn Haringa. Jessica was a pretty young single mom who vanished from this gas station where she worked as a cashier just 1 year before the Bletsch attack. Her case making national headlines. And Crime Watch Daily was on the ground with investigators and Jessica's family as they searched for answers. Now, hidden on Willis's computer, detectives believe they may have found the key to unlocking the mystery of what happened to Jessica.
He was very familiar with that particular gas station that Jessica worked with and frequented it when she was working.
And then detectives uncover a key piece of evidence that tells them they could be dealing with a serial killer. They find another Vic folder on Willis's computer, this one containing internet photos of another woman he stalked, labeled RSB. That's right, Rebekah Sue Bletsch.
Basically creating his own little private trophy case, if you will.
You are just describing the making of a serial killer here.
We were in the midst of our own serial killer here in Muskegon County.
While detectives try to piece together evidence to charge Willis with Jessica's disappearance, he's charged with murder in the case of Rebekah Bletsch. And prosecutors detail the mountain of evidence at his trial. Rebekah's DNA was in his van. The pistol found in the toolbox matched her murder weapon. And a computer forensic expert testifies in gruesome detail about the snuff films on Willis's hard drive.
They were burned, they were hung, they were strangled, they were beaten, and they were choked to death.
If that wasn't explosive enough, the prosecution would bring in another star witness, the teen whose daring escape led police to Willis.
He got out and he went behind his van and aimed the gun at me, and I just yelled at him to please not kill me, and then I have a mom. After I got far enough away from him, he told me that he was just kidding and that it was all a joke and to come back.
It was intense. You know, you could hear a pin drop in that courtroom. That 16-year-old back on that day in April 2016, her decisions and her ability to get away from the man she said tried to abduct her is what broke open this entire high-profile case.
Reporter Dana Chiklis from our Michigan affiliate Fox 17 was front and center at Willis's trial.
That courtroom was packed. You had family members every day with homemade shirts in Rebekah Bletsch's honor there.
Cameras were not allowed inside the courtroom, but Jeffrey Willis's voice is loud and clear. His plea to killing Rebekah Bletsch, not guilty.
Sir, did you kill Miss Bletsch?
I did not.
Willis denies everything and passes off the videos in his private stash as just a hobby.
My outlet was porn.
You were watching videos of women being abducted, tortured, raped, and killed.
There was some that I seen, yes.
And those folders labeled Vicks? Willis has this bizarre explanation, claiming he created them to assist the police in finding Rebekah's killer.
I thought to myself, if they come, because it's Silver Man, they came to me before, I'm gonna have this stuff ready for them. That's where the Vicks folder came from.
He was calculated. That's what the sentiment was from a lot of community members, is how did he have an answer for everything?
But the jury doesn't buy any of it.
There were jurors that wouldn't even look at him.
They find Willis guilty of first-degree murder for savagely killing Rebekah Bletsch. His sentence, life without parole.
When the verdict was handed down, Willis was stone cold. It was almost like he lost color. He was just pale. And when he walked out of there, you heard everything, rot in hell.
And get this, the death of Rebekah Bletsch never would have happened if this man had come forward. He's Kevin Bloom, Jeffrey Willis's cousin. Bloom says nearly 2 years before Rebekah's death, he walked in on Willis after he had killed Jessica Harenga. Instead of going to the police, Bloom says he helped Willis get rid of the body and covered up the crime. Bloom pleaded guilty to accessory to murder and was just released on time served. A sentence that angered just about everyone.
You're just as guilty! You're a coward! A coward!
As Willis waits to face another murder trial for Jessica Harenga's death, he would deliver one final coward's move, deciding not to face Rebekah Bletsch's father in court at his sentencing.
My daughter's been brutally murdered, and she can't speak, but I can speak for her and the family, and we're dealing with evil in its worst form.
But the judge wasn't about to let Willis get away without hearing the family's heartbreak. He orders a recording made of their impact statements and has it played on a loop that echoes through the barred transport van on Willis's way to prison.
Even though Willis left his sentencing in the courtroom, that he still heard after the fact Rebekah Bletsch's family speak to him.
Scariest part of Mr. Willis, he had no problems killing people, no remorse whatsoever to killing Rebekah. I don't want another Jeffrey Willis in this county ever again.
I'm Chris Hansen. If you like this story, make sure you tune in every day to Crime Watch Daily. You can find where the show airs in your city at crimewatchdaily.com. Watch it live or record it on your DVR and watch it at night. And to all those criminals out there, remember, we are watching.